Hey guys, so it's Wednesday, January 26th. Got all my fruit trees covered up. Guys, I am going backwards. You know? It's like I started off wanting to finish up this chicken coop probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I took a look at it. I'm like, well, before I start that chicken coop, I really need to get into the shop and make some improvements. Maybe put my French cleats up, so I can have a better place to work when I'm building the chicken coop, right? So I take a look at the French cleats. I'm like, well, before I do that, I'm going to be using this rough cut cypress, and I don't really want to put rough cut cypress through a table saw because it can pull your hand in, kick back. It's dangerous. I really need to joint that up, plane it off, have a nice squared off surface to work with. So started working on getting a joiner and a planer in place. Those things need tables, carts, rollers. So now I'm looking at building all these tables and carts and things, and they all need dust collection. And I'm looking at, here's the joiner. I've got this, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. There'll be some videos on this stuff coming up. But that all starts to add up pretty soon. I can't even see the chicken coop. It's so far out, I can barely see the French cleats at this point. I've got weeks and weeks of work ahead of that. So there's the plywood. I just did that. There'll be a video coming on that pretty soon. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like you start on one thing, and then it's like, well, to do that, I need to fix the whatever machine and change the oil and da-da-da. You just get so far backed up, you lose sight of what you started on. So it's frustrating. I sketched up a few things last night of some of the things I need to make. It's like, well, I need a planer cart with a roller outfeed on that. Need a bench for all my sanders with some drawers. Want to make a workbench, a nice workbench. This is mortise and tenon doweled up. I mean, that alone is probably as much work as a chicken coop. That'll take a month. Flip tables, assembly tables, 4x8 assembly table with the dog holes in it and all that. I mean, this is going to take forever. So I'm thinking maybe I got to do some temporary solutions, so I think I'm just going to leave my planer on this setup, sort of a temporary planer setup, and sanders and stuff, I can build those flip tops later. I'll just throw it up on the bench for now. All this stuff has got to be temporary. I think I'm just going to get a sheet of plywood out, put on some sawhorses, and call that the assembly table. And there's an advantage to doing these temporary solutions, because then if you work with them for a year or so, then you find out what you really need and how you might want to modify it before you put a lot of work and money into building the final product. So I think that's one advantage. Plus, if I do all these temp solutions, then I can probably jump ahead, and actually get to these French cleats pretty quick, maybe in a couple of weeks, and then be on the chicken coop in a month. So that's kind of my goal. I mean, has this happened to you guys? You start on a project and you end up backing up so far you forgot what you started working on? I don't know. That's where I'm at. So anyway, I'm gonna go grab some breakfast. I think I'm gonna have some eggs, but of course for eggs I need chickens, and for chickens I need a chicken coop. It never ends. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.